A YouTube star is about to race in NASCAR, and one of the sport's biggest names has some serious concerns about it. Cleetus McFarland is one of the most popular car guys on YouTube. Millions of people watch his videos. And now, he has signed a deal with Richard Childress Racing to compete in the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series in 2026. His first race is set for Rockingham Speedway on April 4th. And that has people talking. Some NASCAR fans are excited. They think McFarland will bring new viewers to the sport. But a lot of people inside NASCAR are not happy. Kyle Busch spoke out against it. Kyle Petty spoke out against it. And now, Denny Hamlin has shared his thoughts too, and he did not hold back. But here is the interesting part. Hamlin is not really mad at Cleetus McFarland the person. He is mad at something bigger, something that he thinks NASCAR needs to fix right now. First, who is Cleetus McFarland? His real name is Garrett Mitchell. He built a massive following on YouTube by doing crazy stuff with cars, burnouts, drag racing, building wild machines. His fans love him. He is entertaining, fun, and clearly passionate about cars. But loving cars and being ready to race in a professional NASCAR series are two very different things. When his deal with Richard Childress Racing was announced, it became one of the most talked about stories in NASCAR. The question everyone was asking was simple. Does he belong there? Kyle Busch and Kyle Petty both said no. They were pretty blunt about it. They questioned whether McFarland had the experience needed to compete at that level. Denny Hamlin, though, took a different approach. He went on his podcast, Actions Detrimental, and gave a more careful answer. He actually had some nice things to say about McFarland. I think he, without a doubt, has an effect on bringing eyeballs to the sport that maybe wouldn't be paying attention otherwise, Hamlin said. So, Hamlin gets it. He understands the business side of things. A guy with millions of YouTube subscribers racing in NASCAR means new fans might start watching. That is good for everyone. But then Hamlin made his real point. And this is where things got serious. I think that our approval process should be tougher than what it is. I think that there's a certain standard that we need to hold to ourselves, Hamlin said. He is talking about the process NASCAR uses to decide who is allowed to race. Right now, that process let Cleetus McFarland in, and Hamlin does not think it should have, at least not yet. I watched him in that truck race at Daytona, and truthfully, he was out of control for all of the laps before he wrecked. I could see it. I know the sport. I know what's in control and out of control. And I was like, oh man, this is not going to end well, Hamlin said. That is a pretty strong statement. Hamlin did not just say McFarland was slow, he said he was out of control for every single lap until he crashed. There is a big difference. A slow driver does not win races. An out-of-control driver is a danger to everyone around him. That is what bothers Hamlin the most. It is not about whether McFarland deserves a chance. It is about the safety of the full-time drivers who have to share the track with him. Hamlin's solution is simple. Before McFarland races at this level, he should spend more time at the lower levels of the sport. More races, more experience. Learn the car, learn the tracks. Learn how to make good decisions at high speed. If McFarland had done that first, Hamlin says this whole debate would not even exist. He is also warning NASCAR fans about what could happen at Darlington Raceway on March 22nd, and his prediction is wild. After the Cup Series race at Phoenix, where Hamlin finished 5th, he went on his podcast to talk about what is coming. He said Phoenix was already better racing than before, more tire wear, more action, more passing. He liked it, but he thinks Darlington could take things to a whole new level. One thing I will tell you is heads up on Darlington. You want to see some cars out of control here in a few weeks, Hamlin said. Why? Because Darlington will use what is called the short track aerodynamic package. That means the cars will have very little underbody, the part of the car that helps it stay stable and grip the track. Without it, the cars become very hard to control. Hamlin went even further. He predicted the tires will fall off by 4 full seconds, maybe more. That means at the end of a run, the cars will be 4 seconds per lap slower than they were at the start. The grip just disappears. These cars with essentially little to no underbody, these cars are out of control. Even on new tires, just absolutely out of control. So it's going to be a wildcard race, Hamlin said. For fans, that sounds exciting. Cars sliding around, big moves, crazy moments. But for drivers, It is a serious challenge. Darlington is already one of the hardest tracks in NASCAR. Add out-of-control cars and falling tires? It could be a race nobody forgets. Speaking of tires, Hamlin also had something to say about the tire failures at Phoenix. Several cars blew tires during the race, especially in the second stage. A lot of people blamed Goodyear, the tire company, but Hamlin disagreed. "It's the teams. We're just pushing it," Hamlin said. He explained that teams get comfortable in practice, then keep lowering the air pressure little by little during the race, chasing that extra speed until eventually the tire cannot handle it anymore. There were 12 cautions at Phoenix. Several were tire-related, and according to Hamlin, that is on the teams, not Goodyear. With the chase format back in 2026, points matter more than ever. You cannot just win one race and get into the playoffs anymore. Hamlin admitted he was checking the standings on his ride home from Phoenix. "On the ride home, I'm looking at the point standings. I love it," he said. Right now, Tyler Reddick leads the standings by 60 points over Ryan Blaney. Bubba Wallace is in third. Hamlin himself is sitting 12th. He has some work to do. He believes the championship will come from one of the top 3 seeds in the chase. The head start is just too big to overcome. But he also said 4th or 5th place could pull it off, since cars in the next-gen era tend to finish races more consistently than in the past. His goal right now? Get into that top 3. You get in the top 3, you got a real shot, Hamlin said. One of the other big stories Hamlin touched on is Chase Briscoe. Briscoe came into 2026 as one of the championship favorites after a great 2025 season. But after just 4 races, he is sitting 33rd in the standings. The frustrating part? None of it is really his fault. At Daytona, he got caught in a wreck. At COTA, his car had a transaxle failure when he was running strong. At Phoenix, a tire blew on his car and ended his day. Hamlin is not giving up on Briscoe, though. He said if Briscoe goes out and wins 2 of the next 5 races while stacking good finishes in between, this whole conversation changes fast. It's a little too early for that, Hamlin said about writing Briscoe off. But Hamlin also kept it honest. He said Briscoe will probably have more bad races coming, just like everyone else. Tyler Reddick, the points leader, will have 5 or 6 terrible weeks too. It just has not happened yet. That is just NASCAR. The bad days come for everyone,